I dragged your brother and my husband. My husband was a little apprehensive. It's not really like in his realm either. But your brother's always down to like go see
watch whatever.
Yeah, watch whatever. But yeah, they both enjoyed it. And I think there were a lot more woman audiences there at my theater. I don't know about yours.
Mine was pretty mixed.
Was mixed. Mine was like all like girls too, like 13-year-olds.
Yeah, so I will say it was kind of cool. Like everyone was like a lot more people were wearing pink. Everyone was like, there's like
people were wearing pink.
They
were celebrating
Barbie.
Yeah.
But I mean, it wasn't like I still saw like a bunch of dudes there. It's probably it's probably like the husbands
or
and like
their husbands
and the boyfriends,
their wives,
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I know. I didn't know how the plot was going to happen because the trailer gave nothing out. They just showed Ken and Barbie, like Ryan and Margot.
Yeah, for those that only watch the trailers, nothing was spoiled,
which is great. I think that's great.
If anything, everything was out of context or had no context when you saw it. So, or if you saw the trailer. So I was like, oh, okay, cool.
And the marketing for this, genius. Absolutely. Right before the strike happened, it was great. Like, everyone on the red carpet, all the interviews, like they went ham. Like all the products and companies that did a collab. Like I work in a corporate company and we did a collab with them. Like tons of collaborations all around. They spent like $100 million on marketing. Yeah. Which I think they made back because another movie that came out the same weekend was Oppenheimer, and people were joking, and we were too on our news dumpy, but we were like, oh yeah, it's Barbenheimer weekend. Which is really true, because when people would see Barbie and Oppenheimer, or like
one or the other first.
Yeah. But yeah, I found it really great. It's making a lot of money, a whole lot of money.
I'm not surprised looking at the box office, just because I think Barbie is an easier movie to watch for every age group.
Oh yeah.
While Oppenheimer, you can't do that. Because is it rated R?
It's rated R.
Right? Yeah, okay.
It's rated R.
Yeah, you definitely can't do that. So I will say it's not like a good, it won't, again, we haven't seen Oppenheimer yet. We will.
Yeah.
We'll probably give our definitive thing in there too. It'd be funny and yada yada yada. But I don't think people should look at the box office and be like, oh look, Barbie did more, that means it's better. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
It's just an easier access.
It has restrictions.
Yeah. Oppenheimer has restrictions. So.
Yeah. I have two questions though before we get into spoilers. One is that this is a PG-13 movie, but the jokes weren't PG-13.
No.
Did you feel like it should have been rated R?
No.
No. Okay. But some of the jokes were like, there were kids at my theater, and so I didn't feel like they should have known what some of these jokes were. But that's just like my opinion. I don't know if like a parent is okay with that. Maybe they are.
There are certain things that if it were to be brought up and I had a daughter, they probably have a bunch of questions after we leave.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I wouldn't. No, I still wouldn't say R. I think it'd still be 13.
13.
Because the parents are there, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Or 13. I don't know. It's weird. Ratings are also harder these days now, too. Let's be real.
No, they are. They are.
So.
Yeah.
What's the second question?
The second question is, since The Flash tanked so hard, and this movie is also Warner Brothers, do you feel like superhero movies are on their low? Because after in 2 weeks Blue Beetle comes out, but it's expected to only make a quarter of what these two movies are making, which is like 25 million or something.
I think superheroes just in general recently, I think it's finally hit its low.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably a good thing, because at this point it just feels very oversaturated, or just very safe, or just thrown together. Like The Flash, to me, if you go watch our review, I still think it's pretty bad. As we said on it.
He was the unbiased, unlike me. Wait, it's fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah. But Yeah, no, super. Yeah, as a as a low key.
I mean, as
book,
we're
podcast,
comic
low
people.
key.
Yeah.
No, I think it's just been in the low, and hopefully, and it's a lot of other things too with SAG and all that. But hopefully, this kind of shows you could take a property and still make it enjoyable as a movie. Like look at Transformers, right? I think they did a very good job with that. Then but then they started pumping it out.
Oh, too much.
And they still are.
Oh yeah, I think they're just taking advantage.
Yeah. So I think if anything, this just shows that superhero movies are exactly what everyone criticizes them for right now. Like there's too much. They're kind of the same old. Yeah. Or it's just too much. It's just too much to get into. A lot to keep up. Blah blah blah. All that stuff. Barbie's just. I think Barbie. They did.
Barbie's just Barbie.
The message with Barbie, honestly, I think is very good. I'm sure some people will be like thrown out. Like they'll be so confused with like. They'll probably be, oh, this is too woke.
The message.
And I could see that, sure, but I think it's still overall a pretty good message.
Yeah. And
personally, if you feel kind of iffy about it, chill.
Chill.
I